Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Touching Tips, a podcast dedicated to the world of PSVR2. My name is Karen Alive and Well, and I'll be introducing your hosts. From the west of Ireland, he is a visionary, a leader, a sensual and generous lover, as I can attest. Petrifying Pumpkins. Pumpkins was once a successful businessman before a tragic incident left him with stage 2 ligma of the mind. No longer able to run his multinational POG corporation, Pumpkins turned to his other passion, PSVR. Hence this channel and later podcast were born. Pumpkins is famous all over the world thanks to the various Easter eggs dedicated to him in PSVR exclusive Firewall 0 Hour. Most famously, if you go to the hangar map in the air control tower, you will see radar screens with various aircraft designations that, when combined, spell out petrifying pumpkins. It really does make him better than you. From Mexico, he has many names: El Chupacabra, El Fuego, El Pasión. But around here we call him Mr. 777 or Jackpot. Mr. 777 moved to the United States as a wee lad. A former Xbox fan, Jackpot gave up on Team Green when he discovered the future is virtual reality, and has been on PlayStation since. Jackpot lives with his mother in her basement. She reached out to Pumpkins, begging him to let Jackpot be a co-host as she worries about his lack of social communication skills, as you will soon see for yourselves. He turned to marijuana at a young age and has reached a stage where if he were to ever stop smoking, the shock to his system would kill him immediately. Jackpot has a heavily stained pillow that he calls Amanda. He believes that she is real and that he is in a long-term relationship with her. His catchphrase is, "Bitch." And finally, all the way from the frigid wastes of Canada, comes Muzz. Muzz has a passion for maple syrup and discussing PSVR2. He once got lost in the frozen tundra of northern Canada with his best friend. The ordeal was harrowing and led to Muzz eating the remains of his friend in order to survive. Shortly after, Muzz turned to VR gaming as a way to escape the horrors of the reality he leaves every time he puts on the headset. It's worth noting that while Muzz maintains his best friend was dead before he began to consume him, later studies of the remains hinted at the possibility that the friend died from infections that were caused from bites, though due to a handling error, the evidence was deemed inadmissible and Muzz walked free. He also has a cat. Without further ado, let the show begin. I've been Karen Alive and Well, and I will now hand you over to the strong, sexy hands of Pumpkins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that usual YouTube shite.
Just need to unmute me, and then hopefully we are all audible. Yeah, can we get a volume test there, Jackpot? There you go. I'm sorry, you could have just asked me to move you. I could have done that on my end, you know? Well, I have to stress test it, so that's important that I do these, extreme maneuvers. And you see the chat. I see LSB shaking his head, but that could have been from hours ago. I don't know when that was. Alt action. He's still shaking that thing. That thing. Shaking that thing. Alt action. Saying yo. Hold on a second. Let me make sure the soundtrack is on too. It is. Alt action with the glasses emoji. Got me a new PSVR2. Congratulations. Alt action. They're at a good price. A good price right now. When you say new PSVR2, I assume you already did have one. Or were you waiting on a sale to get one or something? Or maybe you're the one broke? I don't know. Controllers. To get the extra controllers, Muzz. Donnie says, sup you bum, smash the thumb. Thank you, Donnie. Ragos Pantalon says, hey guys, how you doing, Ragos? And Donnie is concerning me here. He says, test. And then an emoji going shrug. You hear me and not them, or do you hear all of us? Maybe they can't hear you asking for input, Muzz. You know? Can you hear Muzz? Oh shit! Oh, they can't hear ye. Okay, so I've got. This is my fault. For once, it's my fault and not Jackpot's fault. It's gonna be monitor. Oh.
Stress test.
Okay, now talk. Now talk.
Test?
Smash it. Talk
Quest
more.
3 is also on sale.
Shut him up. Shut
Quest.
him up.
Quest 3
Does that work?
is on
Okay,
sale.
Don is giving me
No, it's-
thumbs up.
Works
So what
now.
we're gonna do
Yay.
is we're gonna give it the old. There you go. Very good.
Yay.
Very good. Thanks for letting me know about the test. I appreciate it. Decepticon is here. How you doing, Decepticon? He says, "Great, Aces of Diaz, Aces of Diaz." No audio, Muzz or Jackpot. I haven't heard them speak. Amanda Clark is here. How you doing, Amanda? Plank says, "Only you." Thank you for letting me know, lads. How you doing, Plank? By the way. And All Action says, "Yeah, this is my third headset, lol. I sold 2.
What?
This one is staying. Damn. Make up your mind."
Make up your
All
mind.
Action. But I guess now's the time. Yeah, you sell them when they're expensive and you buy them when they're cheap. That's how you make money in the PSVR2.
He's made $70 profit off this endeavor.
Minus has smoked that weed up. How you doing, Minus? With your delicious yellow pumpkin beside your name. Test is good. Testicles 1, 2, 3. All good, says Amanda. And LSB says normal time. Yeah,
Normal time.
I wanted to keep normal time for touching tips, which means I had to set the alarm to wake up to do this, which is weird and unusual for me because it's at midnight. My
Unusual
time.
times.
Yeah, that's right. Muzz, Jackpot, how have you been? How's the peanut? Jackpot, I've noticed you got some cinematic lighting going on there, looking really nice.
I don't. I mean, I got some Christmas lights, and I don't know how to unplug them.
He's lying. He's got like the whole.
That's why
he
the extra
ordered this
brightness?
on,
It does look extra
Amazon
bright.
Studio
Yeah, there's
lighting.
like
He's got like a
Christmas
pink,
lights on the
purple kind of a glow to his face, maybe blue. It's very tasteful. It's very
There's a
tasteful.
controller there. I might grab another.
Oh, nice, yeah. Blues.
Should have the Christmas lights like blinking different colors. It would be like red, blue, orange on your
Yeah,
face.
give everyone
Just constantly
epilepsy
changing.
in the chat. Your camera's still doing a little stuttery kind of thing, but that's on his end, I think, because Muzz can see that too. That's not my PC.
It's on your
Out
end.
to crap.
Your end.
Out. Also, everyone in the chat, I should let you know that I got new RAM in the PC, so hopefully we won't have a crash. Hopefully that's
He's been
the
rammed. He's been
fixing
rammed real
issue.
good.
Yeah, I hope so.
The lights.
Except because his ring light, yeah, he's got it's my first streamer. Says he ordered on Amazon. Ring light
From
changes
Target.
colors. Doesn't know how to unplug them since Danny. Well, I don't think he needs to. I think they look quite tasteful. Anyway, Muzz, Jackpot, how have you been?
Tired. Well, that's
Hear
a
that?
tiredness.
Hear that? Have you been playing anything, Muzz, since last we spoke?
Mainly just Gran Turismo 7. It's just something easy I can... The reason why I like playing Gran Turismo 7 is because I can play that and also listen to things at the same time, like off of like the computer. And it's kind of like I'm like driving with like listening to the radio, listening to like...
Porn, hardcore
Whatever I'm listening
pornography.
Yeah.
Well, you're just here while you're driving around the tracks. Damn, that sounds good.
Like crank that up real loud.
We're going to talk about this later on as a topic, but seeing as you brought up Gran Turismo 7 now, and you're like, you played a lot, it seems. Are you tempted to get a Pro just for Gran Turismo 7 because of that update?
No, not in the slightest.
All right.
I mean, not yet anyway.
Okay. Mr. Jackpot, what have you been getting up to? You know? And don't lie, because Amanda's in the chat and she'll tell us the truth.
Nothing.
No, we believe
Play a little
that.
bit of Diablo again, and then
Oh my
that's it.
god. Alright.
Working?
No VR game? A little bit of a VR?
No, I was gonna play the trombone. Is that on the topics?
Trombone. Yes, it is. That
Trombone?
is a topic.
Well, I was gonna play that shit, but I didn't have time.
Oh, so you bought it, but you just haven't had a chance.
Not yet.
Okay.
$14
I
or
see.
15.
I see. Minus is saying I'm on GT7 every day. Hit me, Muzz. Hit minus, Muzz. Excuse me. Black Tiger says tromboner. He's got a big one.
You should do a GT stream soon. You know?
I think
Been a while.
so.
It has been a
been a
while.
while.
It has been a while.
I'm gonna buy you a damn wheel and send one over to you.
I'll enjoy
They
it.
on
I
sale
enjoy
right
it
now.
perfectly fine just with the sense controller.
No, you don't. You don't realize. You don't. You really don't.
You don't have the haptic feedback of the sense controller. You know, don't talk to me about force feedback and all this kind of nonsense. I can feel it in the
There's
trigger
much more
resistance.
feedback. There's much more feedback in the
That's
wheel.
where would I even put it? You got to get a little table. You got to bolt it down to a table or something. And it's like just ridiculous.
Well,
you know?
dude, don't you have a table for your computer right now?
Yeah, but that's
that?
full of my computer right now. You know.
It's just a little space that you need. It like has a little fucking screws,
He won't get
plastic
one.
screws.
I know. I don't see. I guess I wouldn't be moving around so much if I had my hands on the wheel, you know, so I wouldn't have to worry about smacking into something.
There you go.
Oh, you're just sitting down and you fucking attach that shit every time you want to play. You know.
Everybody in the chat that has a wheel, tell them what he's missing. Tell them how
Hey, they're making fun of my lips still.
Incredible
I
night.
guess they still look pretty red,
touching lips.
but they don't hurt as much as they did.
They're not cracking as much.
No, I used some Vaseline, and that's lubed them right up, and they're no longer bleeding. They just started bleeding by themselves the last day, and I was like, Jesus, what's going on? And it was very painful. But yeah, PP has the lips of a trombonist. Thank you, LSB. That's a beautiful compliment in my culture. A trombonist is the highest of the high. Rex is top low. New camera. Is he talking to?
New camera.
He's talking to
Talking to you.
Jackpot because he's got the cinematic lighting going on. The Marvel cinematic lighting.
Same old camera for me. Nothing.
But yeah, I've not changed anything. Muzz, did you change your microphone? Like, how did you fix the issue that you were having?
I didn't do a damn thing. Like I never do anything week to week.
PC.
So it's just sometimes it's like weird and sometimes it's not. I don't understand. It's just it has a mind of its own. Sometimes it just wants to be.
I see.
Messed up.
Reg says you're looking extra shit up. Am I looking extra sharp? Maybe I'm high definition now, but maybe it's just the new RAM. The new RAM allows for more definition to come through. Alt Action says I'd play GT7 if I had a wheel. It's a bit meh with the controller. I think it's fucking amazing with the controller, but I just don't play it because I don't know.
You're trash.
I'm not massive into racing games, especially simulation games, but I love the online, the game nights we do and stuff. But anyway, enough about fun, happy things. Let's talk about something depressing and sad. Because Aces of Thunder, right away, Aces of Thunder has been
We have to get to that
delayed.
sad stuff as soon as we can, Jackpot.
Yeah, you know, I don't want any happy-go-lucky sensations when it comes to PSVR2. This game was going to save the year. It was going to be Game of the Year. Hitman betrayed us by going into 2025, but that was fine because we still had Aces of Thunder, but now we don't. Now that's been taken away from us. And I'm going to read the message.
No Christmas, no Christmas World War II air fights.
No.
Poor little Timmy.
I'll tell the
Poor little
orphans
Timmy's going to be
Christmas
looking
cancelled,
at
yeah.
his tree. And it's going to be no Aces of Thunder under the tree.
But Timmy, it's a digital
little
game.
Timmy.
There wouldn't have been anything under the tree anyway. Anyway, this is from their Instagram. It says, Dear players, in the comments under our posts, you ask, when will the game be released? We'd like to let you know that Aces of Thunder has been slightly postponed to 2025. While almost everything is currently ready, we'd like a little extra time to polish the game. In addition, we've also decided to prepare more content for Aces of Thunder than we initially planned, which we will discuss in more detail later in a separate developer diary. We will definitely announce the exact release dates in a separate news article in the early months of next year. We don't want to make all of you wait too long, but our goal is to create an interesting, high quality, diverse, and most importantly, fun game that everyone will enjoy playing. And to realize that vision, we just need a bit more time. Stick around, we've got lots of exciting things to show you all. We'll share more very soon. Our deepest thanks for your patience and support. What are your thoughts on this, gentlemen?
Sad.
Sad? Big sad?
This is one time that I just wish the game was released and then just fix it like after a couple weeks or a month or whatever and patch out whatever the problems.
Yeah.
Let me play it when it's a little broken and then fix it after a month and I'll be fine. But let me just play it anyway. That's what I feel.
Jackpot, your thoughts?
The same. But I understand why they do it. But I was just a little bit hopeful because sometimes they just drop the games without, having any type of, little trailers before or whatever. So I was hoping that was gonna happen. But they delay everything nowadays. So I guess we should have just been more realistic about that. But yeah, it is what it is. But I agree with Mus. I would have preferred that they just released the game because it's not like it's broken, and then they just patch it up and then we'll play it. But I guess they don't want to maybe scare some people, or they want to have better reviews when the game comes out of the gate, so it just has better first impressions. But yeah, this is the game that I've been most excited for than fucking years. So
they said that they're gonna have news in the next day or two, right? Like, or they had some kind of like
we're gonna let you know in the early months of next year. You're gonna get the release dates. I don't think they said anything
now I'm
about
gonna just
news.
pretend it's gonna be summer next year.
I thought they said something about like we're gonna have like a developer, or not a developer conference, but it's something about talking more about it like after like a day or two or something. Maybe I misheard.
Well, maybe that was in a different post, but not in what I just read. But yeah, I put a tweet as soon as I saw this, they tweeted this out too, but it's a much shorter post on Twitter, obviously, because they got the limits there. But I retweeted it saying, my heart is broken, and then some dude replied saying, "Here comes the it's a good thing it was delayed, and a broken game is always broken, and blah blah blah. A delayed game is eventually, all that usual shit." And he was like, "Fuck that shit." Something along, I'm paraphrasing now. "Fuck this. Stop announcing games before you know they're fucking coming out." And I agree with them. I'm sick of. Don't tell us the days unless you know 100% for sure that's the days.
It would be
perfectly
nice to go
fine
back
with
to
coming
those times.
soon.
Yes.
Just say coming soon until you know 100% it's coming out at that specific time. Because the heartbreak is too much to bear at times. And keep in mind, Aces of Thunder was nearly ready in December 2023. Remember they put out that tweet? Was that December or November or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like, it's nearly
Or
ready.
like
We're
on
just play testing.
the main stretch or something.
We're play testing. Just some testing to go.
Well, do you think that that affects the hype and how much? Because Phasmo, I remember everybody was so hyped last year, and now it's like I feel like the hype didn't really. I mean, it disappeared, but it seems like the game was pretty popular when it came out.
This is not going to stop me from I'm still hyped for this one, because it's not.
I'm still excited too.
But what I think
Phasmophobia. I have two buddies that play it on flat screen, and they're totally addicted to it. Like on flat screen, they're like level 35, 36.
Damn.
They're playing every night. They're addicted. It's just like, wow, you guys. I didn't realize that you could really like this game that much on a flat screen, but apparently it.
We don't. Yeah, that's the one great thing about Phasmophobia is we don't have to worry about the player count in that one. Because thanks to Flash, it's going to carry that, so we'll always have the player count of Phasmophobia, which is a relief. But one interesting thing, the most interesting thing about that is where they talk about, in addition, we've also decided to prepare more content for Aces of Thunder than we initially planned. I wonder, does that mean they're going more focused on single player stuff? Seeing as they got because when they announced that single player stuff was being added, I think they got a hugely positive reaction to that. So I was wondering, do you think maybe they're like, maybe we should spend a bit more time, maybe put a bit of a story into it or something like that, and instead of just because I was suspecting they were just going to have scenarios or something where it'd be basically a multiplayer situation, but you're just doing it by yourself with AI bots instead of real people or whatever. But
maybe they're trying to do little single player missions, maybe not necessarily a story or campaign, but maybe different missions.
I doubt that they're doing anything. I don't think at this point they're going to be doing anything drastic that much. I think it's pretty much done. They're not going to have time to go back and add more missions or anything to single player. If I'm assuming that it's coming out in July, or not July, January, right? So if it's coming out in January,
they're we're going to let you know the release days in the early months of next year. I'm betting this is June.
No.
Or I might do a
bummer.
Phasmophobia. It might be like December 2025. You know, I just don't
December
believe anything.
31st.
No.
But if you think like single player content like that is too much to be adding, like what do you think they mean when they say we're going to be adding more content?
I think maybe they have plans.
Playing.
That maybe they have plans on like adding more like missions and stuff down the road, and maybe they're like maybe getting a start on that. But the actual release game, I think, is pretty much done. At least that's what I'm hoping. Maybe you're totally right, and it's not coming out in January or in February. It's like way down the road now.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm being negative just because of how we got burnt with Phasmophobia when it was like, you know,
Yeah.
that time it got delayed and we were like, oh, Jackpot was like, oh, it's gonna be out in January. I was like, no way, Jackpot, that's way too late. And then it didn't come out until Halloween, which was disgusting. Anyway, let me catch up on some comments here. LSB says the guy from Subside needs to join the team from Bootstrap Island and make a new game. What's Bootstrap Island? Bad Robo says AKA won't release the game now because it won't count on TGS. I think you mean TGA, the Game Awards. But maybe that, you know what, that could be it because Resident Evil 4, you know, released in December, didn't get counted. Also,
I
didn't
think
release on
Bootstrap
Resident-
Island is that survival pirate game. It's like you're stranded on an island and you have to like survive. I think
There's
that's
two
what
pirate
that
games.
is.
I thought that was like Jolly Roger was the pirate game, but maybe there's two
Well,
of them.
I think Bootstrap Island is. I think it's just the. I might be wrong. I think it's that survival game where you just basically like wake up on a beach and you have to like survive, and it's like a hardcore survival game. I think,
Okay.
unless I'm wrong.
Dig
Chat,
up the
tell me
buried
I'm
treasure.
wrong. I don't know.
X marks the spot. Alt Action says, since I got my headset back, I've played Metro Awakening, and now I just started Into the Radius. 2 epic games. If you watched my Metro Awakening stream earlier on, where I was on part 6, I'm on chapter 9 now in that game. I think there's 13 chapters altogether. I started to discuss how I feel like that game is a little bit overrated.
You're done?
You know, I'm a little.
You're done?
I'm not. No, I want to finish it because I made it this far. But it's getting to the stage now where it feels a little bit repetitive, and you know, this talk of masterpiece, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I just don't see it personally.
But it's a game of the year contender. So
Yeah, just for that to be ahead of Resident Evil 4 is, I don't know. Anyway, Important says, don't worry, it'll still be broken when it releases like all games. That's also the danger, especially when it's going to be like cross-platform, multiplayer focused. That's a huge risk of incident
fine.
there. But the
That'll be
problem
fine.
is like it's Gaijin Entertainment though, so they're like hugely experienced with War Thunder, so they should know what they're doing. Bad Robo says, yeah, release the game in early access and all will be forgiven. Well, technically Phasmophobia is early access, so they could do that. JJ says Phasma was jank on PSVR. How are you doing, JJ, by the way? Did they fix it on PSVR2? Also, it's a seasonal game that does very well every Halloween. I think Phasmophobia is just always going to be jank, no matter what. Even Flash, it's jank. That's just part of the charm, though, I think. Except for the doors. The doors are annoying in VR. Bad Robo says, yeah, maybe. Next topic. Alt Action says Ghost of Tabor got pushed back to 2025 too. Yeah, we'll talk about that as well. That's a topic. Also, Jeremiah says they're adding my Stuttgart. Is that why they're delaying it? You fucking bitch, Jeremiah. Rego says no positive news for PSVR 2, please. I'm going to try and keep it at a minimum if I can. Reg says, remind peeps, don't forget to get your questions. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about the fax machine.
fax machine.
So yeah, if you got questions, get to the Discord. And there's a channel there we call the Fax Machine channel. And somebody's already put something in there, but I won't read it yet. No spoilers. JJ says, I hope Resident Evil 7 gets re-released with PSVR 2 support. It was great on PSVR 1. I hope so too, but I think that's 100% down to whether Sony throws Capcom a bag of cash. Doing alright, thanks. Hope you all are too. Didn't know about Tabor. That's a shame. Yeah, it is a bit of a shame, but at the same time, like Jackpot was saying there, if a game gets delayed enough, you can, like, the hype can kind of get ruined. For me, that's happened with Tabor. Like, I'm not just not hyped for that anymore because I've been playing, you know, Contractors on PC VR, and I feel like it maybe lost its time to shine for me personally. And
You're already done with Into the Radius? You're bored of it already?
I don't know what's going on with that. As in, I played the first stream, I enjoyed that. And that was when we had the iconic black screen incident for half the stream. But I just don't feel too much of a desire to go back to it. I think a lot of this is because if I had more time where I could just relax and enjoy a game, sit down, where I don't worry about streaming, just kind of get into it, because I feel like that's the game you really want to get immersed into.
Yeah.
You're like constantly looking at chat and shit like that could mess it up a little bit.
When's that second one coming out? Is that in like early access or something on computer?
Yeah, it is. It's got. I think it's only like the first zone or something like that with like a couple of missions, but it has co-op.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like what I want to play is the co-op version. But
yeah, that'd be great.
Who knows when that's? Well, I mean, we can play with the link cable on PC, I suppose, but I don't know when the actual full release of the Into the Radius 2 comes out.
Yeah, it could be a while.
Any date.
Anyway, next topic. No more sadness, because we're talking about Subside now. Which, well, we've already talked about this game, but the reason we're talking about it again is because Sony put up an official announcement trailer for PSVR2, so it's legit now. It's definitely coming to PSVR2. You can wishlist it, but you know we don't know a date. However, as you can see from these visuals, the shit's off the hook visually, especially the water simulation, whatever you call that. All the animals move very realistically as well. It's like strange how good they look, you know.
And he booped the turtle. He just booped
did.
the turtle.
Was that like a little baby one? It kind of looked like it got stuck to the top of his hand or something. I was like expecting a boop, but then I don't know. Anyway, not important. Bad Robo pointed out something to me though, and I've been seeing this ever since. Is like the draw distance is incredibly short in this game, which I never realized before until he said that. He's ruined it for me now. But yeah, even with that. Although there's like a lot of concern that this game is just a tech demo, not much to do in it. You know, you just kind of just go around, but at the end of the day, that can be an enjoyable thing too. You know, a nice relaxing.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Subnautica. They should bring that game with the VR mod.
They should, but they won't.
PSVR 2. I know.
But look at the shark. That's like, isn't that just fucking reminding you of PSVR 1? The shark cage experience. It's like,
Yeah.
Yep.
but the shark here looks fucking photorealistic. Reg says, I'm not big on Ghost of Tabor, but there's so many Twitch streamers practically making a living off that game. Lucky if there is even a showdown stream at all. Yeah, listen, it might be more popular. But personally, after playing Contractor Showdown, and then after looking at gameplay of Ghost of Tabor, it just seems like a step down. But I'm not going to write it off. Maybe once it gets a release date and there's a bit more of a hype leading up to us, I might get more hyped myself. LSB was playing Into the Radius today too. Game was fun on Quest 3. He just had to do it. He just had to bring up the sponsorship from Meta. Important says, is it a game? What is the challenge? I think you've got. Do you collect things?
You collect things. There's like challenges to do, I think, and then
I like
you
rocks,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, collect. Ooh, that's a nice polished rock. Keep that one.
Add that to your collection. You go back to your hub world, and there's a shelf where your rocks go, and then you look at those.
You collect sea glass. The nice polished sea glass.
But he is doing stuff there. He had a little tool there. He was like cutting open a box, and then he found something inside it. So there's something going on, you know. But
there's objectives, and then there's like a leveling up system too. Like you have to like increase your ability to hold your breath longer and stuff like that, and then you can like go further in places that you couldn't before once you're able to.
Yeah. No, like don't expect any combat or anything like that.
No,
it's just.
Definitely,
it's just. But there's like a huge variety of sea life, it seems, to enjoy.
It seems more interesting than like a kayak to me. Like at least this seems like it's like there's more to do. Like like kayak, you're just stuck in the kayak and you're just looking around and that's all you do is paddle and look, and you can't like imagine kayak and mix with this game where you could jump out of your kayak and then dive into the water and have this.
It looks more interesting than that pool game or pools or whatever the fuck that is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about pools. When's that coming out?
I don't know. So
Listen, I like the look of
fucking
pools
boring.
just because I know there's nothing going on in it, but it's got like that creepy kind of atmosphere, and visually looks really good too. But yeah, the big thing about Subside anyway is like basically it could be the best looking game on PSVR 2. It's definitely up there with
Might be.
Kayak and maybe Pools as well. Both all three of those games are like high end visuals.
I thought didn't the dev say something about like this is like the best looking version of the game?
I think he
I
says
think he
his
said-
favorite version of the game to
It's
play.
his favorite, yeah.
And he's planning a PS5 Pro patch as well for this, where he's gonna, because he's to turn off some
Yeah.
things to get it to run on PSVR 2 that's not turned off on PC. So hopefully the Pro will let him turn those things back on, whatever they are. I don't know. He didn't go into
That's
specifics.
I want to know what he's turning off.
He's not going into specifics there, but I'm
Yeah.
assuming what we're seeing here is PSVR 2 footage, but
Just normal, yeah.
yeah. JJ says view distance is usually short underwater. IRL, no. True, yeah, but like when you look at it here, it's like, especially in the daytime shots in the crystal clear water, there is like after 10 feet in front of you, it seems to just go like pure murky. But it wasn't something I noticed until Bad Robot pointed it out. So, in a way, it's not like jarring. Reg says, yeah, draw distance looks fine above water. That's true. It does. But I'm guessing, there's not really not much going on above water, is there? JJ says, as long as it doesn't have reprojection, Subside should be great. Some games can do reprojection okay, That's my opinion. Like, I think it doesn't bother me in Resident Evil 4, for example. Bad Robot says there is no situation here where the water is really clean. Oh, you mean because of the draw distance? Like, it always looks murky.
That's like most water, though. I mean, there's not too many places where you go in the water and it's like so clear that you just like.
Yeah, but if you look at the
See
floor,
forever.
like the ocean floor, as you swim in during the day, you can see. But listen, you have to look for it, though. You have to look for it.
Yeah.
Bad Robo, stop
Yeah, there's some
looking
places
for it.
that you can see deep as shit.
Yeah.
Just clear as shit.
Rex says, I've been underwater before, lol. You can't see very far, even with goggles. Well, listen, tell it to Bad Robo then, because he's pointed it out to me, and it feels like I can see the ocean floor rendering in now, whereas I didn't before. JJ says it'd be cool if you could catch and cook up the creatures at your campsite, like swimming, cooking, mama. That would be cool. Catch a shark, put it on the Barbie. LSB says only played the demo of the PSVR version of Subside, and it was very impressive. I need to try that out.
Yeah, I
Jeremiah,
tried the demo.
Yeah, were you impressed?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like the physics of like swimming, like it reacts like how you think it would react. Like when you're moving your hands, like different directions, like you actually move like you would expect if you're in water.
I guess they need to nail that. If that's basically the only thing you're doing in the game is swimming around.
Yeah,
So it's
I guess that's kind of important aspect of the game
Yeah.
to get right, I suppose.
I'm trying to think how many other games I've played in VR where you can swim. I can think of Hubris. I'm trying to think, is there any other swimming games? Swimming in Hubris is kind of good as well, but I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of any. I'm sure there are, but
Jeremiah says scuba diving around my island. My island? You are lucky to see 20 inches on a good day. Disgusting. Keep it to yourself, Jeremiah. Don't be bragging in my chat. Lesby says that is why I said Bootstrap Island with the water from Subside would be perfect. Bootstrap Island has cool water too, but it ain't Subside. I need to look into Bootstrap Island. Jackpot says next topic. Shut your whore mouth, Jackpot. Bad Robos, not talking to me. Important says would be cool if it had mermaid hookers. It would, like GTA.
and blackjack and
You
hookers.
get a little submarine and you park up beside them and they hop in, and then the submarine starts to bounce left and right like GTA. That'd be good. JJ Lamau, swimming in Hubris was great, says Bad Robo. All right, we're ready to move on to the next topic then, which is trombone champion. Is it trombone champ? Unflattened is out today.
Flattened.
Well, technically yesterday my time, but today for everyone else. I haven't got it yet. I need to reach out to them and see if I can get a code, because this could be a fun one to stream. But has anyone got this in the chat yet? Anyone planning on getting this in the chat? No, Jackpot, you're planning on getting this.
Yes.
I'm not planning on getting it. I get more enjoyment out of like watching people play this than playing it myself.
Creepy.
I think.
It's a
But
creepy thing to say.
maybe I'll pick it up down the road. I don't know.
I want to watch you blow that.
I was
trombone.
watching the guys from what's it called? PlayStation Access.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing this. They were promoting it pretty well.
And what, you think it looked entertaining? From
Yeah, it looks
watching
funny.
it?
Like, and the chat was like all like saying like, "Oh man, I gotta get." Like a lot of people were like, "Hey, man, I really want to get a VR headset now." after
Okay,
after watching them play it.
Good, they won't though.
Just
But they'll just
such a
say
simple. Yeah, they're probably just.
that. Yeah, I wonder what like the song selection is
Fakers.
like in that game.
There's a lot of national anthems. They were going through all the
Oh,
national
yeah?
anthems first.
Yeah.
Shit, I gotta see if
And
Ireland
I
is on
think you
there.
can. I think you can do like the custom songs. You can download custom songs from other people. So there's a fuckload of songs already on the list because this game has been out, and I think like obviously the flat one has been out, and I think it's the same library. So
Even on PSVR2, you can download custom songs.
uh,
Because Sony might be very fucking. You know, if you got Smells Like Teen
I don't
Spirit
know.
there, Sony would be like,
I guess I won't buy it on PSVR 2 because fuck
no.
that.
Don't be. What?
I'll buy it on Steam.
You're
How
a
about
bitch. You're a host of a PSVR2 podcast, and you haven't played a PSVR2 in 2 years.
that?
Well,
Because there's nothing, and now I'm gonna wait 2.5 years because Aces of Thunder.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe 3 years. You need to mod Subnautica, says Reg. Bad Robo says girls in a kayak. Girls in a kayak. Alt Action says 2 girls, 1 kayak. Nice. Important says needs over the bridge downtown. I agree. Important. And maybe somebody's already got that custom song in. Oh shit. Bad Robo says no on PSVR 2 confirmed, so you cannot get the custom songs on PSVR 2.
oh yeah.
Once again, PSVR 2
That's
getting
sad.
shafted by Sony's restrictive policies when it comes to user-generated content.
Yeah. I mean, lose the freedom of the PC, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And a game like this, I think it's really necessary to have that because, like, the whole concept of the game is replaying it different songs, and if you have like 5 times, 10 times as many songs you have access to on the computers, like, well, that's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you get it on computer? Honestly,
Yeah. I wonder are they planning
like the longevity of the game. For longevity, like you're just gonna have way more songs coming at you.
are they
from
planning
people.
on doing the Beat Saber approach where they release DLC packs, song packs or whatever for this game, I wonder?
Yeah, but even if it's not official down the road, like people will just like, do their own content and like
Yeah, like the
break,
custom is
break
not
the game,
only, like,
customize it themselves.
right. Not only is it like
Mod it.
obviously more content, but like the types of songs that you're gonna find, like a lot of fucking shit that you wouldn't expect, or that Sony's not gonna fucking allow it. So
Gangster's
some
Paradise.
funny shit.
I want Gangster's Paradise from Coolio.
I want Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bad Robo says 2 girls, 1 trombone. Very nice, very tasteful here. Have you noticed it's hard to find that
was a
video?
good one.
What happened to that video?
What
It used to
video?
be 2 girls, 1 cup. It seems like
It went into retirement. Okay, it went into the YouTube retirement.
The reason I want to watch the video again is just to listen to the music. Remember that, like that soft
I don't
classical
remember.
piano that they had.
Oh my!
They need to have that song in Trombone Champ. The 2 girls, 1 cup classical.
That's the one. That's the one that Sony's gonna go for.
That's going to move headsets. Black Tiger says,
More than Batman.
watch it slide back and forth while it gets blowed for the job. Disgusting. Alt Action says, how is there only 20 odd people watching this stream? It's criminal because I'm small fries. Alt Action. Also, I've been hearing as well is
Nobody.
in general, people don't like watching YouTubers or content creators who have an accent. That's what I've heard on the
What?
streets. That apparently
That's not true.
scientifically
There's so many, like,
researched. I know there's
Well,
like the
British.
outliers.
There's lots of
outliers,
British streamers.
Yeah, but they're barely, I don't know. I guess that they like an accent different from their own, I should say. So
I don't think that's true.
it could be.
GT has a pretty strong accent. So does Beardo, Benjo, and
Yeah, but how big? Like, is their audience mostly Americans or mostly UK? Maybe it's mostly UK audience they have. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Also, yeah, important to stop making excuses. But the real reason, obviously, is that I'm just shit at being consistent and all that stuff.
Consistency is key. Yes.
Yeah. Decepticon says, why are you still searching for that video? I explained in detail that I just want to get the soundtrack, the OST for Two Girls, One Cup. Who composed that piece, I wonder? That Robo says, Pumpkins, is your PC officially repaired already? Well, it hasn't crashed yet. And it's not doing any stutters. You're not noticing any stutters at home, are you? It's looking smooth. No problems.
So far, so good.
Regus says, because no Quest 3 content, that's why. Yeah, that's disgusting. I'd rather have one person watching me than have to lower myself to making Quest 3 content to get 1 million people watching me.
Someone didn't watch GT's video about not having console wars.
What? I didn't actually. I saw it, but I didn't watch it. What's the gist of it? I guess I'm going to assume it's like we're too small.
Don't have console wars.
I'm going to assume
support everything. It's all hand in hand and like a little bit of a love fest going on.
I'm gonna go against GT on this one. I say console wars are good for VR. I think they're a sign, I think they're a sign of a healthy growing thing, because if you're big enough to have console wars, you're growing.
That's his thought on it, though. It's not big enough to have a console war yet. We're not on the stage. We're not at the stage where we're.
It's natural. It's nature. It's nature.
Listen, it's not a competition.
It is a competition.
Yeah.
And
it's a
we're
standalone VR.
It's still competition.
Well, the graphics are better. No shit. You're playing with the PS5 versus a mobile chip.
Listen, as long as one is impacting the other, we're going to have to talk about it in terms of competition. And Quest is severely impacting the entire VR industry, so I'm going to have to talk about it and compare it constantly.
I'm not even gonna get into it.
Don't, because you won't win. Stop making excuses. Smooth is important, but I don't know what was smooth. 100% okay. Oh, the stream is smooth and looking good. I'm glad. JJ says, I'm a Questie watching. Damn, sorry, JJ. GT's video was good. Alt Action says PSVR for the win. JJ says, I was a Sega and SNES kid. Owning both is a good idea so long as both have exclusives you want. Sounds like you were fucking wealthy. JJ.
I would like to have both. I would have both if I could afford it, but
you mean a Quest?
I went with PlayStation. But yeah, I don't think there's a reason to really hate on one or the other, because
I think it's funny. I think it's funny to hate on one and the other, so I'm going to keep doing it. But yeah, like I always say, the Quest is keeping the viewer industry alive. The Quest is keeping the viewer industry alive, and that's terrible for VR. That's my opinion on the Quest. It's important. It's not the Quest's fault. The Quest isn't doing anything bad, but it's a symptom of that. Anyway, that's not the topic. Let's not get into that.
And it was not on PSVR2 because you don't got all the
I can't delete that comment from here. I gotta go on my phone or something. Hey mods. Oh, he is a mod. Hey other mods, can you delete that comment from Jackpot that he just put up? I don't want to see that on my screen.
I'm trying to delete my comment. It's the truth. I'm trying to help him out. Do you want him to
Let me see. Can I do it? Can I do it?
You want to buy it?
Give him a timeout as well. Give that bitch a timeout.
I can report him. Should I report him?
Yeah, report him. Important says, if there was no standalone VR, PSVR2 would be successful enough to have more AAA games, would be the only game in town. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, Important. It could be true, but it's just hard to know. It could be that if there was no Quest, like the viewer entirely would have, like the whole industry would have just collapsed by now. It'd be gone. It'd be dead. Thing of the past.
It might have.
Jackpot says, I'm not reading that. JJ says, I owned them 5 to 10 years after they came out. Okay, that's fair enough. I got a PS1 when the PS2 came out. So okay, never mind. Your family's not wealthy. I'm sorry. I take it back. Regos says, damn, now I want to buy a Quest because of that comment. Damn, Regos. Or damn, Jackpot. He's influencing these bitches. He's getting a commish. A tasty commish off every sale he makes. With his code. What's your code from Zuckerberg? Mr. Pot.
I don't got one.
777.
I don't got one.
No, I'm asking, is that the code? The code is 777.
As long as more people buy it, it means the more Zuckerberg money has to steal our data and to make more games.
Speaking of 7, Gran Turismo 7. How'd you like that? How'd you like that for a segue?
Class.
Yeah, let's talk about the... because we talked about this last week, how it was getting a new updates for extra content and stuff, but we didn't know the Pro patch was going to be included with that. when in fact it was. And it seems to be one of the only games that has a proper pro patch. Obviously, No Man's Sky is there too, Kayak VR is there too, but Gran Turismo 7 maybe needed it more than any other game because of the reprojection. And they've added this new positional reprojection mode or whatever it is, where for some reason it's not on by default, so people have to go look first in the settings. You turn that shit on, and it severely reduces the ghosting effect that you get from reprojection. However, according to many, I haven't tested it myself obviously because I don't have a pro, it introduces a new type of artifact in around text. So like if you see like HUD elements and stuff, apparently it's a weird kind of a shimmer or something like that around that. But overall it's apparently like much improved. So like when you look out the left of the car now, you're not seeing double anymore, it's more of a consistent image, which people seem to be happy about. It's not native 90, which would be cool. Hopefully that's something that can happen with maybe when that PSSR shit comes out for PSVR2, maybe they can get native 90 again. But until then, this is a nice little bonus. Thoughts and prayers?
Yeah. Well, when they get the PSSR thing running, like how long is it going to take for them to actually bring it to VR? They're going to be worried about all the flat games first, and then maybe eventually get around to us.
Yeah, well, it's like technically it's already out for flat games. It's just something they need to activate or whatever for PSVR2 so that developers can take advantage of it. But from what I'm hearing, it's like getting mixed results. Like it depends on the developer how they utilize this. But like some games are not doing it very well. Apparently, Silent Hill 2 remake looks worse than base PS5 on Pro. Somehow it's got weird reflections are all fucked up or something. So it's going to depend on the developers. But you'd imagine Polyphony Digital will do a good job on Gran Turismo 7 when that PSSR drops for PSVR 2.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the game looks good. I mean, maybe I'm just getting so used to the reprojection it really doesn't bother me anymore, but maybe after playing it on a pro, then going back, it would bother me again after seeing
maybe
the improvements.
But like 9 times out of 10, you're just looking straight ahead anyway in Gran Turismo 7 because you got to be looking at the road, so you don't notice it too much. It's not until you're looking left and right that it's really noticeable, I think. And also the replay mode, apparently it's pretty. I haven't used the replay mode very much, but
yeah, I'm not worried about that. I mean, most of the time I don't actually look left and right when cars are driving by me, honestly. So like, because it's not that big of a deal, but still a great game either way. Just going to be a little better 100%. On the pro.
But yeah,
if you can afford one.
Like I said, I've listed out pretty much all the games that have a pro patch already, and it's like if you're going to get a PS5 Pro just for PSVR 2, I don't think there's enough there to justify that yet, unless you're like super into Gran Turismo 7
and No Man's Sky. If you're a really big No Man's Sky player, I think that one's a big one.
But there's an article up on Upload VR, and I might just pull it up now because it shows like a full list of all the games that either have PSVR Pro support on PSVR 2 or will have PS4 or PS5 Pro support. I'm trying to look and read at the same time. It's difficult for me. Here we go. Every PSVR 2 game with PS5 Pro enhancements, and the list is short. So there's Cube VR that has it now. Cube has it now. Gran Turismo 7 has it now. Kayak VR has it now. No Man's Sky has it now. And that's all the ones that currently have it. And then upcoming ones, Arcane Age, Subside, that's it. That's the only ones like that have it confirmed. So that's a total of 6 games.
I wonder if Aces of Thunder will. That'd be a good one if they have a pro enhancement.
It'd be cool if they do. But if these are your plans, then you should tell people. I think
I wonder if that's what they're doing. Do you think that might be what they're postponing it for, so they can have a pro patch on release?
Why wouldn't they just say that though?
I don't know.
Because they're saying more content. We're preparing more content for Aces of Thunder. So that's like a different thing, I think. That's not to say that they're not also working on a PS5 Pro patch, but
yeah, I don't think they would delay it just because of that. I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Enough people that have VR2 get the Pro as well. I don't know.
The fact that they're saying extra content that does make me a little. That makes me nervous that it is going to be further down the road because you can't add content in like a month.
Yeah, unless it's like another plane type,
Yeah.
or something like that. Something maybe smaller.
Yeah.
Maybe just another mode on a multiplayer mode or something. I don't know. Rego says, I hear Vertigo runs better on PS5 Pro. It does. So there are games that do run better, but that's not because of anything on the developer's part. That's just because it's utilizing the raw extra GPU power.
Where's Pete? Where's Pete Hawking? So he'll be delighted.
Yeah, he hates that game. He got conned into getting that game. Where was I in terms of the fucking chat here? Zuckerberg says LSB because VR is sucking up all his money. That's true. He's put billions into the Quest. JJ
He's committed.
says,
He is committed. You must admit.
yeah, I have to commend him for that. I wasted and got PSVR 1 brand new for $250 Canadian, which is like $10 US, and some chewing gum in today's economy. Important says replays are nice now. Nice. Important also says HUD elements are for bitches. That's true, you can just turn off those HUD elements, but it's not just that. There's other elements in the world. Who was I watching? I think it was Without Parole. It was Brian Paul. He was saying he noticed a fence, a chain link fence or whatever, and when he tried, like, that looked bad for whatever reason. I don't know, is there like a transparency thing on the fence? And maybe that caused like a blur or Vaseline effect or whatever it was. Germ Warfare, how you doing, Germ? Nice to see you. It says PS5 Pro for higher resolution, 30 frames per second. But it's getting confusing now because all these PS5 Pro games seem to have like 12 different modes. It's like Fidelity mode, Fidelity Pro, you know.
Seven options to choose from.
And
How do you want to play this game?
And each game has their own naming as well, like, so it's not like a uniform thing. Alt Action says, I think Silent Hill 2 got a pro patch now. They did, but it didn't fix it, I think. I think apparently, well, I haven't tried it obviously because I don't have one, but from what I heard, the pro patch didn't fix the issue. Matt Marjanovic says, I wish the Pro could just be like a PC and just be better for all games based in the boost in specifications of the hardware. Well, that's kind of what's going on with Vertigo. It's kind of just a boost by default, you know. JJ says, people barely look left and right when driving in real life too. That's a good point. Check your blind spots, people. How's your Pro, Jackpot? Says Bad Robo.
It's good. I've only played Diablo on it, but I don't think there's any patch or anything improvements on it. So
why did you get it again?
Because I haven't played almost any of the fucking or completed any of the like PlayStation games. Like I'm still probably halfway on the first God of War, probably halfway on the first Horizon, fucking Uncharted, Ghost of Sushi. You name it.
Are you not like very curious to try out Gran Turismo 7 to see the difference?
Very curious to see the difference? No.
What a bitch.
But when we play, hopefully we'll play soon, I'll tell you. If we play soon, hopefully I'll tell you. Oh, yeah.
So you got a Pro, and the first thing you do is play Diablo, which doesn't have a Pro patch. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
That's what he's telling me.
Listen, I did boot
Amanda,
up.
take this man's wallets away from him.
I did. Listen, it's like buying an Xbox. You know, you play with like 50-year-old games.
Nobody buys Xbox.
I know. No, I did boot up. So the Xbox, so the PlayStation didn't feel bad. What's it fucking called? The mountain I waste. The remake for Horizon, the first one. I paid the $10.
Yeah, $10.
So supposedly that one has the Pro patch. So I did boot it up. I saw the menu, saw the start button.
I saw the menu,
and then I switched to,
isn't that like a fucking JPEG or something? Like, what is...
I switched to Diablo. Good shit. There's another game coming out like Diablo, even better.
Listen, but before the next episode
Path of Exiles.
TT,
Everyone's talking about Path of Exiles.
Before the next episode of TT, you have to play Gran Turismo 7.
Well, we play, bitch.
Well, I don't know. We might do it on the stream, yeah. But you, regardless of whether we do or not, you have to try it out.
Jackpot doesn't have the ability to play single player games. He's not allowed.
He's not allowed.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
Can't bring himself.
His console won't let him. Let him play.
Arc Park Age says LSB. Arc Park Mark. Important says fences and telephone lines look weird in Gran Turismo 7 on the Pro, I'm guessing, but worth it for how smooth it is now. JJ says 7 deadly options. You have to defeat them all to win the game. Yeah, can you imagine? A trophy for each fucking performance setting. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Decepticon says he'll never finish them. He won't.
Interesting.
He's
What
just
do you
gonna play
mean?
Diablo.
That's why
He's just
I
gonna
bought.
play
That's why I
Diablo
bought the
over and over
PlayStation.
again.
You know, finally, this is the
Yeah, but
time.
yeah.
I'm gonna,
How? When did you get
all
it?
those
How long have you had it
my
now?
catalog. I don't know. When the fuck did it come out? A week
So you
ago?
got it day one?
2 days. 2 days ago.
It did not come out 2 days ago.
And whenever it came out, I got it. I went to
It's
the
2 weeks
GameStop.
ago. You got that shit 2 weeks ago, and it's just been Diablo.
Diablo's good shit though. It just needs a patch.
Importance is Jackpot bought a Ferrari to get groceries. That's what he's doing. It's disgusting. You hate to see it.
We all
Diablo
gotta
with
eat,
Elon. You playing it? Damn, is Elon Musk into Diablo? He probably
He's
is.
like the top 4 player or some shit.
No, he's not. Is he?
Yeah. Yeah.
How? Where does he
I don't
find the
mean how,
time?
'cause
Where does
the
he find the fucking
fucking-
time for that? He's always like building rockets and
I don't know.
tweeting.
He streams it, I think, on fucking Twitter.
He streams? I didn't know he streams.
He streams, yeah, playing this fucking Diablo.
How have I never seen
Fucking-
clips? You'd think there'd be clips of that all over the place.
There were clips. You just a fucking
All right,
Ireland
relax.
wouldn't
Take
get,
it
you know,
easy.
maybe
It's
they
his
hate you on that.
algorithms. It's his fucking algorithms.
You get fucking arrested if you get caught watching some Elon Musk in Ireland.
Maybe. Probably. That's the way it's going. He's the person ranking up Elon's profile for him. Is that what it is? I believe that he's paying people to play on his behalf. And getting them
it's
ranked
him.
up. All right, next topic then is Starship Troopers. Our favorite game has been delayed on PSVR2.
Oh
It's
no!
already out, so the Quest exclusivity period is even longer now. So the reason they're doing this is to address feedback that they got from the Quest version, and there's no new release date yet. So that's all there really is to say about this. I don't care what anyone says. I just have a hard time believing this is a good game. I'm seeing a lot of people saying it's fun. I just don't see it in the trailers. Anyway, next topic. Unless you want to say anything about this. Do you want to say
Not
anything
even
about
a
this?
minute
No.
for this game.
Muzz doesn't want to say
I would-
anything. Jack, what do you want
I
to
would.
say? Sorry,
I would
Muzz.
just have to. I'd have to see it at a very low price to be interested in buying it. Like I'd have to be a pretty.
Isn't $5? $5, 4-player co-op, whatever. Then yeah, $5.
I don't
You
know.
know, or $10.
so
a
that'd
movie
be-
I don't know. I mean, there's other
$10.
games. There's just other games for me to be playing. You know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, what though? For like co-op wise, like co-op.
Green Hell. I'll just wait for Green Hell to come out. Bad Robot says
Yeah,
trash.
true. I'd be more interested in Green Hell. One second, my
Decepticon
cat is
says no fixes will fix that game. JJ says I think this game will capture the feel
Being
of
a little
Helldivers
brat.
2 in
I'm gonna
VR. I
hold
don't
it.
think so, despite the kids-friendly
feed that
graphics.
cat,
Look at that
Buzz.
Puzzy. Look at that Puzzy on the Muzzy. You know what I'm saying?
Say hi. Say hi.
Damn, can you imagine if it just started speaking perfect English? Hello. How do you do? It's not going to happen, though. All right? And if it does happen, it's just I need to take the medicine again. Decepticon says just make a new game. They should. I wish they would. There's another Starship Trooper game coming out. I think it's called Extermination Flash. They just needed to put that into VR, and that would have been
That's
sick
what
as
I was
hell.
hoping the announcement was going to be.
That's what it should have been.
Yep.
But it turned out just to
That's
be.
what it should have been. I can't believe it. Everything about this game annoys me. Just the fact that it's a Sony-owned thing and it came to Quest first. That's another. Anyway, let's not get into it. I'm done talking about that.
Imagine Spider-Man finally getting a VR game and it goes to Quest before it goes
That's
to
a very real
PlayStation.
possibility, Mus. Very real. Decepticon says Canadian cousin of Mr. Bits. Mr. Boots. I'm sorry, that was
Mr. Bigot.
that was poor.
Mr. Boots. Boots.
Boots. LSP says Starship Poopers. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what's written down in the notes. Bad Robo says nice black cat, Mus. Bad luck for the rest of us. JJ says I love Lethal
right.
Company Viewer if you've seen that on PC. Yeah, that looks like a very entertaining game. Matt Hazard, how you doing? Says it looks like a fake game that kids will be playing in the background of an 80s movie. It does. It does. Decepticon says there's a UE mod for Lethal Company. Starship Hookers. All right, next topic then is Hellsweeper. And the reason I'm bringing up Hellsweeper...
Sorry. I think I saw one of the kids playing that in the arcade in Terminator 2. when they were going through the arcade.
I need to go back.
I'm pretty
and
sure they
look
were
at
playing
it,
a
so
game
I
like that.
can't
But yeah,
think
go
of that
ahead.
reference. The reason I'm bringing up Hellsweeper is because currently this game has 2-player co-op, but they're going to expand on that to 3-player co-op, and that's coming soon.
That could be fun.
It could be, yeah. But it's going to go through a playtesting period first on Quest and Steam. Of course, PSVR2 never gets to do fun stuff like that because Sony don't like playtesting or stuff like that on their platform. So hopefully that goes smoothly on Quest and Steam. Apparently the 2-player co-op mode that's in it now is like very limited in terms of it's just one level. It's not like the whole game you go through or something. It's more of a limited thing. So hopefully they add like and expand it with this 3-player thing where you can do more. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Hellsweeper is one of those games they've been improving it throughout the months and months and months. Anything to be said about this?
No. I'm always more interested when there's a co-op or some kind of multiplayer aspect to a game. So
again, I'm going to remind you, this is the ones who did Sirento. So I played co-op with Decepticon that time. It was a lot of fun. So even though the graphics,
Sorrento is the one that you can like do backflips.
Yeah, you can do the flips in this too.
Yeah.
But yeah, should be. I need to get into it, but I haven't. Next topic then is Tabor, which we already spoiled earlier on because the news is it's been delayed. Damn, I just looked at Jackpot's screen and I just saw this like creepy leg going into the door behind him. It's like a dog or some kind of creature. So I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, what do I want to say about Tabor? It's coming 2025 and the reason they gave is that it's more complex than they anticipated. So there you go. PSVR 2, super easy to develop for.
Sony fucking...
Super easy.
I'm pretty sure they've outsourced the PSVR 2 port, didn't they? I thought like VR Monkey are working on it, or some other studios working on it.
When I played with LSB, it was like janky a little bit, you know. Maybe we had to get used to it, but it was just like the way the gunplay and the way you reload the guns. I mean, I don't know, a little clunky in my opinion. So maybe that's why it hasn't, been approved on Sony, but. I still want this game to come out, but I'm not as excited as I was like 2 years ago.
What's the what would you rate like the character animations in the game? Like decent, good, or not good? Like the movement. Like if you see your co-op partner like walking around and like aiming and stuff, does he look like a normal person walking around, or does he look like a janky kind of like a clearly VR?
It doesn't look that great, and also graphically looks like shit. And the AI is deadly. It can be deadly, but it's very like stupid walking. I don't know. I haven't played as much as other people. There's people that really obviously enjoy this game, so I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think it can be really fun, but it's just like I said, compared to the other games that we play, that they're very fucking smooth, and the gameplay and the game mechanics and the fucking gunplay and everything. This one is just not that appealing to me anymore, except because of the aspect of what the game is about. But other than that,
Rego says, is Hellsweeper worth the $15 right now? I'd imagine it has to be, but I haven't played it, so I can't say for sure. But I'm pretty sure it has like a loyal fan base. SP says the controls and the feel was janky. It wasn't as streamlined as something like Showdown is. Deadeye Dan, how you doing? Says, just say it, Jackboss. It's crap.
damn.
And a poop emoji. Alt Action says, I'm excited for Ghost of Tabor simply because we don't have enough crazy FPS games. And it does have the extraction thing going on that like it's unique, We don't have any other game like that on PSVR 2. 86 says, is there not a Ghost of Tabor 2 coming, or am I wrong? Not that I've heard.
No, it's the Into the Radius 2 is coming out, which is kind of the same. Like this has like kind of like that Into the Radius style of like maintaining your guns and stuff like that as well. So.
LSP says Ghosts of Taborine. Bad Robot says I have to go. Maybe I'll come back at the end. Fake fan.
I'm back at the end. The girls are coming out.
As soon as you go, I'm bringing out the girls. As soon as you go, the girls are coming out. Alt Action says we only have Pavlov. Don't forget Firewall Ultra. Iconic Firewall Ultra. Forget about it. Don't you fucking forget us. Black Tiger says Chupacabra. That's not Chupacabra.
It is.
Chip kebab. Chip kebab. Oh, I can't speak. Whatever that is,
Don't try,
it's
'cause
that's not for Irish people to say.
struggle
That
with-
word is not.
He's
for
having a
Irish people.
stroke. He's having a stroke.
Importance as Grissie equals no polish. Damn. Next topic.
Next topic.
There you go. Rego spelt it correctly. Green Hell. Green
Chipmunk.
Hell. Remember we talked about Green Hell co-op mode? We said the trailer was
Yep.
going to come the next day, and
Yep.
the trailer
Yep.
did come, and this is the trailer right here. And I think it looks fun. Like
Looks fun.
they did a good job of putting humor into it with the banana.
Yeah.
3 or 4 player? 4 player.
Four
right?
player. 4 player co-op. You can do lots of different stuff.
This one I'll be playing for sure.
Yeah. It just looks entertaining. So I'm pretty happy with the way this is looking. It's coming the 16th of December, I think. Let me see. Yeah.
There we go. So there's some positivity, man. If this turns out to be really fun, and hopefully Aces of Thunder's only delayed until like January something, it's all good.
Yeah.
Playing this out.
Just tell them to give you extra codes to give away.
See this right
Yeah.
now? See this, like how they're working together, like they're building a tent, but they're doing it simultaneously. So like one guy is holding something while the other one's wrapping string around it, and you know,
Yeah, that looks kind of cool.
it's entertaining looking. But I just worry about the map size in this game. Is it going to be too small? Is it going to feel too small? I don't know. No big deal. Chupacabra, Chip Kebab. 86 Hazard says, according to Ghost of Tsushimo's main website, there's 5,295 players in the game at the minute, which is pretty solid. And like Rogue was saying as well, like apparently there's like lots of streamers, and apparently there's some that.
What?
Rogue just said stream. Oh, you fucking bitch, Rogue. You're a fucking bitch, mate. I'll fucking have you. He just said stream crashed. And then 2 comments later it says joke. What a bitch. I can't remember what I was saying now. It's gone out of my head. Rogue. Somebody time out Rogue. Alt Action says, I'm hyped for Behemoth and Alien Rogue Incursion. I'm hyped for Behemoth. I'm a little less hyped for Alien Rogue Incursion after the latest trailer. Kind of put me off a little bit. But hopefully Behemoth will have that magic. Like just the scale of Behemoth should help it to like differentiates itself from a lot of these other games. J says Green Hell VR co-op skipping PC viewer isn't a big surprise. It's skipping PC. I was glad to see the PSVR2 got an upgraded version of the Quest board. I just assumed the PC already had co-op, and that's why it wasn't included. Rogue having a laugh to himself. Important says fix your stream. You can't. Can a spanner remove another spanner? Big wrench, I should say. Regal says stream is back. Yeah, refresh, guys. Just refresh. I think he was joking, Regos. Unless it crashed for you, I don't know. But yeah, that's the last topic. Is there anything else you want to say about Green Hell before we get to the fans?
When is it? Do we have a date already or no?
The 16th of December.
16th of December.
So just in time for Christmas.
Is there a sale right now? How much is the fucking game?
Green Hell has that one problem though, where like when you're transitioning from, like, it goes into like a loading screen, doesn't it? Like when you're trying to like move to a different area.
I didn't
That
play
was
it, but because it's the Quest version, I'm sure it is. Because it's based on the Quest version rather than the PC
Yeah,
version, which is something.
I think
that
someone
is-
was saying like it was kind of disappointing because like when you think it's like all open and just kind of walk like forever, but then as soon as you get to like a spot, it kind of goes black for a second and loads in the next kind of zone, and
So
then
right
it comes
now-
up again. I mean, it's
now-
not the like a game breaking thing, but it would be nice if like on PlayStation it didn't have those kind of like loading issues, and it just kind of never took you out of it.
I just
Well, it's
want-
on sale on the PlayStation
50%
store
off.
until the 3rd. Yeah, $15. Buy
Dollar
that
bill.
and trombone. But
I don't know what to use my
buy it
points
the
on.
PlayStation.
I have my PlayStation.
Oh, that fucking
What's it
reminds me, by the way, them fucking bitches. They put Phasmophobia on the stars as a reward. You can spend 2,500 stars to buy Phasmophobia. Whereas what I did was you can trade in 5,000 stars or points, whatever, to get $20. So I traded
What
in
an
double the
idiot.
fucking... Because they didn't put it up until after. Those fucking
You
bitches
freaking
robbed
man.
me. Robbing bitches.
Idiot.
Damn.
JJ says no
So-
PC VR version never got any updates. Damn. Get fucked, PC viewer. Important.
I
says-
have.
Sorry.
I have 5,095 points. How much does that translate?
That should give you 20.
$1.
Well, maybe because you're Canadian, maybe it's 30. I don't know, but like for us, it's 20.
Okay. So I don't know what to use it on. Maybe I'll use it on. I was gonna use it on Aces of Thunder, but since that's delayed, maybe I'll use it on Green Hell.
Could be a good show. Right now it's 15. Maybe you could get
I'm not
like
$15.
maybe you could get Green Hell, and then with the spare $5 left over, you can get Down and Out.
Oh yeah.
Remember Down? There you go. Does Green Hell have jungle hookers? It could. Maybe one of us could be the jungle hooker.
Hopefully they go crazy with that custom character.
Yeah, that's your deep role play abilities. Rego says only if you call pumpkins. Yeah, exactly.
Character creation has to be robust.
I assume that the characters might be like the same ones, you know, like Phasmophobia. I don't think that it would be cool if you can customize them, but I don't see it being customizable. Yeah,
they would have mentioned that probably if you can customize them.
All these people in this trailer, they all look very different. Like they all like.
Yeah, but he means like there says avatars, like you can't create one, maybe.
Yeah, like you join and then there's only these 4 avatars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe you can pick male or female. That might be it.
Yeah.
In which case, Jackpot, you got to be the female.
I guess.
All right. And we'll all take turns.
Jungle.
LSB says Green Hell looks fun. It does look fun. JJ says the PC version doesn't have the immersive crafting and building though. It doesn't?
Damn.
What's going on in the PC version? What does it have?
You can walk around and you can...
loading screens, yeah. 86 says, can you take leeches off your character and stick them to your friends is what I want to know. Well, there is a clip here that you can take the leech off your friend. So maybe you can stick it on someone else. That would be a cool little thing to do. Stick it on their
Probably
butthole.
can.
Or maybe put it on their penis. You know? Important says, Jungle Ricardo. Good old Ricardo. Alt Action says, I've got Green Hell, still not played it. Me too. But that's all the topics. We've exhausted them. So it's time for Fax Machine. You all ready for the intro? Too bad. It's coming. It's coming at you fast.
So is that update just going to be free to you, right? Like
that should be free. Yeah, free updates.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Here comes the fax.
It's that time again for questions and topics submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have. Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
All right.
Is there even any fax machines?
There's 2.
Nope, show's over.
There's 2, but it won't take long. It won't take long. So, Rogue is the first one. He says, "When are you going to mount your camera off that fucking wobbly table?" And then a face that goes like this. So I don't know, Rogue. Is it really bad?
Is it really that? I don't even notice it wobbling.
Yeah,
I guess if you're...
you don't even see me, do you? Well, you see me on the preview or whatever you're watching.
I see you on the stream.
Listen, Rogue, get over it. All right. I do have I've got a tripod here, but it just wouldn't fit behind the table. It just wouldn't. I guess I could just move it here. Yeah, I'll try that next time. All right. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Rogue. It's amateur hour over here. And Jeremiah with the second one says, "Are you guys going to play Green Hell when it gets co-op?" 100% I will.
Yes.
Jack, what are you in?
Yes, bitch. I'm gonna buy it
all right,
before it goes full price again.
It's probably a good idea.
Maybe they'll raise the price once it has a co-op mode because it's more on demand then.
Well, the offer ends on the 3rd, I think, so it's going to go back up to...
No, I mean like the regular price will go up, like just like the standard
no,
price.
They can't do
will
that.
increase.
They can't do that. That's going to cause backlash.
More value.
Backlash.
Backlash.
Important says fix your camera. You can't. And Reg says better yet, do TT in Green Hell. People have said Bad Robo has also mentioned doing the TT inside the game, but it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work.
Why?
It'd be one thing if you could set a camera down and then we could all go in front of the camera while we're in VR, but you see that vision. Because watching a podcast or whatever through the eyes of someone's like moving around constantly and shit, it's just not going to be.
How about you do it in VR chat? You know, you can put the streamer camera.
Yeah, you could do it in that. But listen, there's the other, Upload VR. They do this in some. Is it a Horizon Worlds or some shit they do it in, like the Facebook Horizons or whatever Meta?
Yeah, but it'd be better if you're like fucking Kratos in a wheelchair, not just fucking.
Yeah, listen, obviously, but avatar. I don't know.
What about in Phasmo? Can't you put the camera up and then we can all be on like the video camera on a tripod and then have it?
super low resolution. Like someone would have to
Yeah.
stand in front of the like the
No, I
fucking
think
computer
your chat
camera.
is the easiest way.
It wouldn't look good. Never mind. Scratch
No.
that.
But I don't like that idea. Like, no offense.
Nah.
I just don't like the like. I wouldn't want to watch that myself. You know, because I remember early PSVR one. There was a group of YouTubers who used to do Rec Room. They used to do these like discussions in Rec Room, and I don't know. It's just like just looked messy to me.
You're
In
a
my
bitch.
opinion. In my opinion. This way we can pop up the trailers on the screen. You get to see pumpkins floating around. You get to see glowing pumpkins. You get Decepticon music going on.
You sometimes get to see dancing girls. Sometimes.
Oh yeah. Let me give you a little
Sometimes.
treat. Let me give you a little treat for making it all the way to the end.
There you go. I did it, guys.
computer
I did it.
hangover.
I did it, everybody. You're welcome.
There she is.
Computer's not gonna explode.
There she is. Computer's fixed, it looks like.
You did it.
Let me move this up here. Why didn't that? Oh, she's got to be over layout. Oops. Now she's freed from behind the cage. There we go. So there you go. Little treat. You made it to the end. You get a little dancing girl as a reward. This is a very short episode, but that's just how it is sometimes. Muzz, Jackbot, thank you for your
GGs.
time. Thank you for
I'm
your
gonna go-
time. Jackbot, you look stoned.
gonna go
as
buy
fuck.
greenhouse.
How stoned are
That's
you
my
right
point.
now? You look super stoned. I meant to say this
I'm
earlier
not,
on, but you
just-
look absolutely
you
fucked.
talking about-
You look baked, Sam.
Talking about some shit and keep yapping and yapping. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to eat my fucking munchies.
Eat
in
them
here.
then. Who's stopping you? You think you'd be
Nobody,
happy with me
it's-
talking?
look,
You
I'm
think you'd be happy with me talking?
Crumbs all over my shirt. You know?
Disgusting. You're a mess.
Been eating
You
it
slob.
all morning,
You
know?
absolute slob.
Everybody's saying GG, but Decepticon said BG.
Well, he's not happy.
Aw.
This is feedback, Muzz. We need to work on it. Actual was there. How you doing, Actual? Nice to see you, Mass. I was gonna say get well soon.
BG.
Stream didn't crash. It didn't this time. But listen, we've done TTs before where they didn't crash. So I'm still not gonna say it's fixed yet, but it's looking good.
It is. It's 100% fixed.
It's looking
and
good,
it's
but
no,
we don't know
no
for
longer
sure.
going to have any problems
I
ever
don't know
again.
for sure. Anyway, I'm ending the stream.
It's
Goodbye.
fine.
Goodbye.
It's fixed.
This. Jesus Christ.